Hey guys, I'm shooting a little differently today because it's den tour time. Right now we'll just do the soaps. I may try to stick the brushes at the end. I don't know that I'll have time for much else. But I had a clear bed back here. I'm in my office slash spare room slash everything room. And these are my tubs of soap back there. And what I figure we'll do is we'll give a quick overview here, and then we'll dive into more detail. This big tub was actually the first one I started gathering stuff in, and so it contains some of the soaps I've had around the longest. Got the Barrister and Mann tub. Back there we've got Noble Otter, Reef Point, and Oleo. This was the second tub. I started out with the two big number 1, big number 2. And so some of these are also quite old and many are unused. Well, some are unused, probably not many at this point. This is a miscellaneous tote. Over here, we've got Declaration Grooming. Looks like what? 3 tall by 2 high. I'm sorry, 3 high, 2 wide, and 3 deep. So 3, 6, 18 plus 2 on top, 20 Declaration Grooming soaps right there. Wonderful Sterling, one of my favorite makers. Here's a miscellaneous, kind of a time-based one. There was a period where I was trying just some kind of ad hoc soaps right here, and they just kind of ended up in the tote because they didn't really have a larger category. Back there we have some miscellaneous, but a lot of Mickey Lee back there. And then you can recognize in the back corner Cade's Bubbles and some Southern Witchcraft back there. So what I figure I'd do is push back this part here, make myself a little workspace here. I don't think anybody wants me to announce each soap, but I might make note of some of the more significant ones. So let's start with this big tub here. Tub number 1. All right, so let's start with kind of the European section over here. This is the Boellis Panama 1924, and it's a very soft soap, and I've used it within the past few months, and it's got that almond scent, and it's very luxurious and nice. Check and Speak is an expensive one, and I got this one for a great deal. As you can see, it's definitely not in the original container. That aluminum container they have for that one is super pricey. Good performing soap. Valobra, I believe, made this. I may actually keep it around because I've heard that that these aren't being sold anymore. And then this section, kind of a let's do back here. I'm a big fan of D.R. Harris, and we've got at the bottom right there, we've got almond, and then there's, you can see the puck there, and then that is Marlboro. I thought I had Arlington somewhere, and then got a hold of a puck of Windsor. Then this section is the Saponificio Varesino. We've got Cosmo, 70th Anniversary, Manna de Sicilia, Felce Aromatica, Colonia, Opuntia, Tundra Arctica, probably my favorite, and then Dolomiti is in the square. This was the first container I got from them, and I thought, square, that's kind of stupid, but it's grown on me. And then later on, these are very rare. They quit making the alderwood round ones, and I was able to snatch that one up. Very cool. So this are my hard soaps from SV. Really happy to have those. And then we'll keep staying in Europe for a little bit with a couple of the French soaps. This is the traditional from LPL, Le Pere Lucien. You can read it a little better with this label, and this is the Oud Santal. I enjoy that one a good bit. These are these awesome steel containers, and they contain a lot of product. Here's another rare guy. I think at one point, this was a very desirable soap that people were just trying to snatch up like crazy. Coloniali, I assume, is the name, and here's that terracotta bowl. I have used it once, maybe twice. Pretty neat. I got that in one of my first purchases of a large box of soaps instead of just buying it individually. We got some Valobra over here. Got the almond type crope there, the block of it. Then we have the same product in the tin here. I used it just the other day. We've got, this is the patchouli hard soap. And then that means this one should be the cologne hard soap. And this whole Valobra section may be rare stuff in a while. I think they're kind of changing things. Now let's step into some American stuff with Holy Cow. We've got Pasha's Pride, Dark Vetiver, Man from Mayfair, and Cuero Oscuro. Now I've got another one of these in the other base. I don't know where it is. In the newer base. But there we go. Some pretty nice stuff. Man from Mayfair is a neat barbershop, I believe, that I liked a lot better than the name made me think I would like it. I'm a huge fan of Pasha's Pride. Man, that is so good. We're playing checkers here. Summer Break is another awesome vendor. And you can see by the little logo here, that looks like a little schoolhouse with a bell on top. That's the original formula. And so we've got History 101, Cannonball, and Picture Day. Used that one recently on the Latha games. And then this is the new base. This is that International Studies release that he did exclusively for a Russian forum. And then I know I've got more Storybook around, but these are the two that were in this thing here. Hook, man, that's such a great scent. So good. And La Forêt de Ligues, I guess might be how you pronounce that. Storybook did that collaboration with Shatty Lux. All right, so that is part of that first tote. And then I figured, you know, I don't have to empty everything out, because if I empty out enough to where I can kind of show you in the tub, we've got a almond leather from Mammoth. Really tough to come across these guys. And I also have Mammoth Shire. That one's coming up soon in the Lather games. I do have about 20 tubs of soap in a little tote over here for the Lather games. But I'm going to keep those a secret. A little suspense there. Also, I've got 3 soaps in the bathroom that I always keep in there. I've got Fine Accoutrements Santal Absolute in a vintage Old Spice mug. I've got a modern Puck of Williams, and I've got Mitchell's Wool Fat. Those are the guys. Those are my guys I keep in the bathroom, so that I can just go at it anytime without having to pick anything. I'm a big fan of Black Ship Grooming, but I haven't really managed. I've tried a lot of samples from them, but haven't really managed to pick up too many of the normal tubs. Actually, I think I did pick 1 or 2, but they lost their scent power after not too long. I just bought this one recently from Maggard, Calypso's Curse. Captain Darkside was such an interesting scent and logo too, or artwork, and so I picked up that one. This is my Chiseled Face section. We've got Civet and Rhino from the special collaboration with Zoologist. Both of those are tremendous. We've got Sherlock, Gearhead, the famous Midnight Stag, and looks like an older version of Ghost Town Barber. First time I tried Ghost Town Barber, it didn't really stand out to me as a favorite, and I kind of passed on the sample, but it's become a favorite since then. Now look, we got some interesting stuff here. Some Bufflehead, pretty rare. I got some of these I got because of the generosity of some online friends, but also I bought a big old tub of something. And let's see, this is Petite Fleur. It's probably too small for you to read. And then we've got a tub of Tishomingo, some Velvet Ditch, some, let me pause you, some Mannish Boy, and then what is in the cool bag? Ah, Up Dog. Pretty cool. I also managed to tack on to an order with a friend of mine, some of the sticks. I haven't really made a plan to use these containers. You can pack a soap into them, and then you just screw them up and use them like a shave stick. You can make pretty much any of your soaps, I think, into, at least as long as it's got some firmness, into a shave stick. Good for travel, I reckon. We've got Flying Mango from Asylum Shave Works. We've got a few from the Holy Black. They, for some reason, received some kind of negative criticisms among some folks. But I got these before I knew that. Got Gunpowder Spice. I do like their artwork. They spend a lot of time in the graphics department. Gunpowder Spice was the first one, and then I think this is Sandalwood Smoke. And they both perform pretty good and smell great. And then this is the Galleon. Cool ceramic container. I did try a Meisner Black Beer #1 that I'm keeping around. Performance is not, you know, that great, but man, this container is just crazy neat. Some rare stuff. You don't see too much Strop Shoppe anymore. We've got Baker Street and Black Tie. Here's another rare guy. They don't make this anymore. The Cream for Cade. I've also got the... Oh, this is the Cade Rich right here. And that's what got discontinued. And then this is the normal Cade shaving cream. And then I also have this tub here of the hard soap for the Cade, which didn't really impress me very much when I used it within the last couple months. You are not going to see too much Taylor of Old Bond Street with me. I do have a Mr. Taylor's, I think, but this is the main guy I keep, German Street. I love the scent. The performance is mediocre, but the scent is terrific. And even though I don't use it, it's been a couple of years since I used it, so maybe I don't need to keep it around. Maggard Razors, and I think this is the same lady who does Through the Fire Fine Craft, tobacco and leather. I thought it'd be good to have a representative of the Maggard line. And then we've got our creams. We've got the Coates cream, discontinued. Good performance though, better than Proraso. We've got the Proraso red, the Proraso blue. I thought the blue scent was kind of interesting. The Blades Grim. I think I just need to sell this. As I recall, the performance was okay, and it's a practically new puck. I think this is Smolder, or no, this is Scythe. So Smolder is the one I keep seeing on eBay. This is a cream, a tube of cream that is very popular and common in drugstores and stuff in Europe, and it is inexpensive, very inexpensive, but it works great. It smells a pretty classic shaving smell, but the performance is really surprisingly good for a mass market product. Soap Commander, I love it and I hate it. And here's why I hate it. I hate it because so many of the scents that I have from them are too light for me to enjoy. I just don't get them during the shave. It's like an unscented soap during the shave. That's why I hate it. But I like it because they have some neat scents and it performs really good, and it's a vegan soap. This influence is really cool. Tobacco, cherry, and black tea. I mean, come on, that's awesome. And then I was lucky enough to find this limited one, the leather and vetiver. And then endurance. This is the classic spice. I also have Soap Commander Passion, which is teak wood and I think sandalwood. So that's another one that's around here somewhere. We've got a little stray bottle of Hallows, Barrister and Mann Aftershave Splash. And then here's another European one, Euphrose. I don't have, this may be my only Euphrose soap. Tierra Humeda. That's a good one. In the back, that I almost never use, is my Razorock stuff. I picked up a lot of it at amazing prices at various sales and from people who were getting rid of theirs, and I never use it. I reused the What the Puck, you might remember recently in the last couple of months, and I rated it better than I had initially thought. I got a better lather from it. It is a triple milled soap, so it'll last you a long time, and often it's on sale. This has a wonderful blue scent, that traditional kind of aqua velva type blue scent that I really enjoyed. So this is actually a good performer. The rest of these guys are just mediocre, but some of the scents are really good. I enjoy the scent of Triple X and Son of Zeus. Isn't Son of Zeus the Terre de Hermes dupe? I don't know. Can't remember. Chicago. I need to get rid of that one. We got Double X. Z Pepino. Oh, this is one of the ones I'll probably always keep around, even though I haven't used it in years. Tuscan Oud is a wonderful scent. And then Irish Countryside. I'm sure they're going for the green Irish tweed kind of, scent. So in the back corner of the room, in the back of the bus, I stick Razorock because all of them except for the What the Puck just are kind of mediocre performers. All right, well, that's the first tub. How about that? Well, we've emptied out the Barrister and Mann tub. I think maybe we'll start with the older stuff. I've got Nocturne and Bay Rum. This is one of the ones that I discovered that if I came back to later, it's possible I may like it. Did not like it at first. Came back a month later, and I enjoyed it. We've got Lavanil. Leviathan. This is probably the first soap that I ever bought, a premium soap. I bought it off Amazon, I'm pretty sure. Baudelaire. And I do have some of the Latha collection that was some of the basic stuff that was just such a good performer, but at a low price. Really good for entry-level shavers. Highly recommended when I first started. We've got Lavender, Oak Moss, and Heliotrope. Le Petit Chypre. Oceana. And Sandalwood. In the Glissant base, I really enjoyed Cologne Rousse, may have been the first one, and it's so exotic. Cheshire, nice tea scent, I believe. Seville with the barbershop, and then we got an exclusive of Seville in Reserve, which I did pick up as well, because at that point I'd figured out that I liked Seville quite a bit. The back row here, we've got the tea scent of 42, the awesome chocolate and strawberry, and it was not received well by many, but it was near and dear to Will's heart, who made the scent. It's very special to him, and I'm glad I have some, and I'm glad I enjoy it. Arctique, I've not actually tried this. I'll probably try it, not like it, and then sell it, but it's probably the menthol, soap of the century. Soap Makers of Awesome Town was a little tongue-in-cheek soap that they did. And then this guy, dark guy in the back, is Le Grand Chypre. Can't even remember if I've used that guy or not. And then over here is my favorites. Here are my favorites. Fougere Gothique. And here's the Hallows. And then I've got two diamonds because one of them is Excelsior and the other one is the Glissant base that it was done originally. And I'm a huge fan of both of those. So I have got quite a few Barrister and Mann soaps, as it turns out. I need to start using them. All right, on to the next tub. We have the Oleo, Noble Otter, and Reef Point. I didn't know I had so much Noble Otter. Kind of knew I'd been collecting the Reef Point once they announced they were going out of business. The Aviator and the Submariner were the two that I definitely picked out from the beginning from them, and they were active right until the very end. And then the other ones I picked up just because I knew that I really enjoyed this soap base, and they had nice creative scents. We've got Earl Grey and Ginger, Admiralty, Test Depth, Command Presence, Sandalwood, and then of course the Aviator and the Submariner. Wonderful performance in those soaps. Noble Otter also has become quite formidable. Their first base was really good, and I had Flying Hide in that one. But then the version 2 base that they did is just exceptional, top notch, and I really enjoy Plunder, Thé Noir et Vanille, Texas, Lone Star, and Kaboom. All awesome and amazing scents. Jacmel, Haitian Vetiver, I believe, Shiloh, and Excursion are the Oleo soaps that I have. All right, well, it's time to do the other big box. Stepping back in time, almost the oldest one. All right, gang. We've got a couple from Grooming Department. I guess, you know, Mallard and Duck or something like that. Got some from Mystic Water. Got Sandalwood, Irish Traveler, Marrakesh, and, oh yeah, I like that one, Sweetbriar Tobacco. I did a test, a little sample from Soap Smooth at one point, and then Maggard had a sale on it, and I really enjoyed the performance. I got Versailles, Lyon, and Sandalwood 10, and I've enjoyed those, unfortunately not quite as much as I might normally want. Mike's Natural, I've got 2 of those, Orange Cedarwood and Black Pepper, and Barbershop, that's a good one. Cooper and French, neat little company, and this is Old Goat. I think they're trying to get that one to be for like Old Spice. And several, as you can see, from Dr. John's. We've got a newish one, Dr. Strangelove, or no, I think it's just called Strangelove. Arctic Hydra, Black Label. Oh, Blood Oath is a really good one. Orange, bitter orange kind of thing, blood orange. Propaganda. And I've got a smaller tin of that one. And the Classic. And then 13 smells awesome. That was a Valentine's Day release a few years ago, and I think he did it this year too. And Sakura Musk. This is when he was doing his Sunday Fun Day extravaganza, and this was when I picked up from there. It was really good. So actually, I've got several from Dr. John's. He's a vegan maker, and really good stuff. Another quality one that you may not have heard too much about is Lisa's Natural Herbal Creations. And this one over here is Amber and Tobacco, and this one is Haute Leather. And with her, she's got light scents, and I was able to find this Haute Leather, which is just strong enough for me to enjoy. And so if you like light scents, Mystic Water and Lisa's Natural are going to be your friends because they perform really well and they have mild scents. An older soap that you might not hear too much about these days, I guess they've, the little small company that did it, Dapper Dragon, is kind of backed off on their product a little bit. Maybe they closed shop, I don't know. We've got Green Dragon and Scylla. And I've got 5 tubs of this, plus their new tallow. This is a triple milled tallow version from Henri and Victoria. Cognac and Cuban cigars. And then I have the vegan version of that too. Of course, the tallow performs better than the vegan soaps, but I got these at such an amazing deal, I couldn't pass it up. Now, I never use them, so I probably should just pass them on to somebody else. Terre de Hermes clone, Terre de Henri. We have Absinthe. I need to try that one sometime. Nautilus was very popular, and it smells pretty good. And then Fougere. So those are it's a good performing soap, a vegan soap that I figured out a couple years ago, and I couldn't hold myself back from taking advantage of the sale. Haslinger is a great little soap that makes other more expensive soaps pretty embarrassed, because it's a good performing soap. They did the Chaff Milch, and this is the Chaff Milch, but it's the vintage version. Got that from somebody that gave it to me. And then this is the Haslinger Sandalwood, and this is that little, if you do eBay very much and you look for shaving products, you'll see this bowl right here. And it fits the Haslinger pucks perfectly. Double-walled kind of thing. Got a few vintage items. These are actually vintage Williams mug pucks. And we have one of those in this cool Seaforth mug. I like that a lot. And then we've got a vintage puck of Colgate. And it did not really kind of keep up. It didn't perform very well, as well as the vintage Williams. All right, we've got a couple from CBL. They might even be the same one. Yeah, Cigar Shop Cowboy. The owner was really cool in addressing a problem I had, and so he sent me another tub of soap. How about that, huh? Good customer service. Cold River Soapworks is next, and I didn't know I had this many, because, you know, they made the Chapin Milk recently, and I ended up with, here's a tub of it. And this is the Chapin Milk as well. It may be even the vintage version. And then, so there's that. And then we also have Savon #1, which I believe means soap #1 from Cold River. I need to look that up and find out more information about it. And then this one, Pure Fresco. I don't think I've ever used that one. How about that? And then these are the two Cold Rivers that I first collected. I probably just got them as in a box of other soaps. Sandalwood. And then I've had this one for a while. The scent notes sounded really good. Olfactory hue. And the words glide and select with this company refer to the soap base. Those are the different soap bases they have. Well, there we go. Now, that is the front half of that long box back there. Now, let's look in the box itself. All right, well, let's look at the front half of this tub. Kind of a bunch of one-offs. We have picked this up at Sam's Club a few months ago, the Art of Shaving Cream. Used it once just to try it out. Probably need to pass it on to somebody else. And then we've got the vintage tallow hard soap from Art of Shaving that was made by Valobra, which is terrific. This is a Dr. Ditmar, Dr. Ditmar, that I tried recently on my channel. And then one of the first Amazon purchases I did was Lather and Wood, and this is their sandalwood, which is a very nice sandalwood. Sudsy Soapery. We have the Rain scent. Shannon's soaps. I have one representation from that company, Barbershop. Got Gold Docks Sandalwood, and then this is Colonel Conk. Bay Rum. And then we have, there's a tub of fine platinum, fine accoutrements. We have the Club Hemingway, 1898 +1. That's a good performer and a good scent. Here's another Colonel Conk. This is the Almond. And Bonnie and Clyde from Wild West. That's pretty neat. Here's just some Arco squished into a plastic container. We have West Coast Shavings Campfire. I wanted a campfire scent. Now, I may disagree with Eric Hodges, Douglas Smythe's business practices and, personal moral choices. However, I was given this as a gift by a wonderful viewer that I've enjoyed interacting with. And so I keep it. And I do like the scent and the performance. And I use it every once in a while because I think it was Gabriel that gave me this one. And I'm very grateful. He's a very kind guy. Mondial had a special. Mondial, I don't know how it's pronounced. And it's a pretty decent little sandalwood. La Savonnière du Moulin. Donkey milk. Got a couple of things of the Proraso tubs right here. Soapy Bathman was my first big disappointment in soaps. Because I read about the I think it's called Desperado that they had. But then it had so many neat notes. Leather, smoke, fire, outdoors, woodsy stuff. And then I got it, ordered it brand new from, the guy in Canada who makes it. And got it, and it just was unscented. It was like the soap scent just wasn't even... if I stuck my nose in the soap tub, then I could smell it. And so I did pass that on to somebody else who likes mild scents. Now this one, Pacific Oak, is better. And so I still have it around, although I haven't tried it yet. Paladin went out of business with their soaps, and so I took advantage of their sales at the end because similar to the some of the other tubs, these are these UV heavy glass kind of tubs here that are awesome. Tobacco Road is tremendous. Natchez Trace is also very, very enjoyable. And then Pythian Way. I like all these, the scents and the performance. I need to whip these out a little bit more often. Panna Crema. A wonderful, clean, clear scent. Oh no, this is slightly different. The San Francesco. It's still a good scent, but it wasn't exactly the soap I was thinking about. I got this Dr. Softskins from somebody. I'm afraid I still haven't tried it out yet. Sapone de Paolo had a great sale, and this is the orange from them. Stubble Buster. I did keep one, Resolute. Their scents are so weak that I didn't keep very many. Haha, Colonel Conk Lime, still around. And then these are the Gold Docs. Here's the Sport. And then here's the Classic. This, I think, is the Gold Docs Special. And I think how about this? New York Shaving Company Elizabeth Street Shaving Cream. I've never tried it. I've reused one of those tubs because I got 2 or 3 of these. And I've reused the tubs for other smaller pucks. But I did keep one of the cream. I don't know if I'll ever try it. Oh, Mystic Water, Eucalyptus and Mint. And then Mystic Water Cup of Joe. I put them at the back of the container because I may never use them. I definitely don't like eucalyptus. Oh, look, here's Razorock. I need to put this in the other tote. This is when they did a collaboration with Captain's Choice for the Bay Rum. And then I also have some, I believe, this is Van Yule, Tabac de Laval, and Royal Oud, Oh Baby, Merc. I really like Merc. Tried that one. The Spot Shaved Me. The performance on those are kind of lackluster, but some of the scents are interesting. So lackluster that it is relegated to the back of the bin. All right, well, we have opened the Declaration Grooming tote. Quite a few from this awesome maker. Got Bison base over here, Icarus here, and Milksteak here. I assume this is Bison, this Unconditional Surrender. It doesn't have the same Buffalo logo. Of course, you can see that before he called himself Declaration Grooming, he was L&L Grooming, and then Declaration Brushworks, and they were 2 separate kind of facets of his business, and then they combined him. He combined them to be Declaration Grooming later on. So we've got the DFS from 2017, Cure d'Epices. Sorry. Tried this soap, the first one, great. The original, which I believe was his kind of orange and sandalwood kind of scent, or barbershop, I can't remember. Bandwagon and Darkfall. Man, I love that Darkfall. So this is a wonderful Bison base, and then I guess he just did a slight logo change to make the Bison representation here. And again, we see that scent from Chatillon Luxe, La Forêt de Ligest. We have Weinstrasse. I've tried that once. It was very floral. I'm going to try it again just to make sure. Bon Vivant, Fourth and Pine, Admiral, Admiral is such a good scent. And Gracio League Square. Now for the Icarus, we have Dirty Ver, Darkfall, Chypra, Taxes, and Sellout. Wonderful, wonderful. And then Puzzle from 2019. And I couldn't help but have Darkfall in the new base. And that is one that I have in Milksteak, Icarus, and Bison. Couldn't help it. Such a good scent. So it looks like Barrister and Mann had its own tub that was overflowing, and so is Declaration Grooming. Well, so does Sterling. I guess this is my other guy that is just such a good brand and such good scents. Agar is a refill puck that I bought off somebody used. And I'm a big sandalwood fan, and this is in the similar family. So I went in and picked that up. And you look at this. This is a Taylor of Old Bond Street container. You can order from Maggard Razors these used containers because they pull out samples from them. And they make their samples. And then they don't want to just throw away these perfectly good containers. So you can buy them from Maggard. A couple bucks. Now this section here of Sterling Soaps is kind of the cologne dupes that they have. Or at least similar to. I don't know if City Slicker is actually a cologne dupe. I really like that scent though. This is, I think, Tom Ford's the tobacco and vanilla. This 2018 Fair Debonair would later be changed to a Haverford. Yeah, kind of as a take on the character from Parks and Recreation. Sandpiper, Texas on Fire. Oh, Texas on Fire is not a dupe. We'll put him up here in this other section. All right. The R for L, which is the Gray Vetiver type scent. Dunshire, which is Acquadigio from Armani. Executive Man, you know, that's Creed Aventus. Mountain Man is Silver Mountain Water from Creed. Sterling Spice, of course, that's Old Spice. And then Sterling 1, maybe DG 1. And then we have just some one-off awesome ones up here that I like. And Texas on Fire, I just started falling in love with Pharaoh's Dreamsicle. Tuscany is one of my favorite balms, and so I bought the soap, and I'm glad I did because they just discontinued it. And Barbershop, really loving the Barbershop. These two are the Mutton Tallow. Port-au-Prince, love the scent as a soap. And then I just learned how to pronounce this. Furin, I believe, for the Dutch community that it was originally made for. And it's a nice fern type scent. These are kind of Black Friday specials or holiday seasonal specials. Suka, Triumph. But yeah, Triumph is kind of a cologne, I think. Kaboom, and that's Spice Bomb. That's a cologne as well. D503, that was a Mont Blanc, I believe, right? Very good. All right, we've gotten to the tub with the Mickey Lee. And we've got cool hard ones to find, like Luau, very desirable. I love this Girate. Holy cow, it's rich and deep and thick and ambery, but it's got this other woody stuff coming in to keep the amber from irritating me. The Cape Verde, when I discovered that Mickey Lee was shutting their doors, I got online because a lot of these I had actually purchased from somebody in a big bulk purchase, and I bought them. It happens that I bought them right before the business decided to close their doors. And so it was great. I got to try all these that I would have never gotten to otherwise. And a soap bar of the Cape Verde was included in the bath soap. And I used the bath soap and I enjoyed it so much that immediately when I heard they were going to close up, I jumped online and found a brand new tub of Cape Verde and ordered it. But the rest of these I bought used. Love Unforgiven. We've got Kokomo, Panty Dropper. Here's the older Unforgiven. Got the Kraken. A lot of people love that one. Jefferson Square. a lavender, Mickey Lee Souk, kind of hard to find, and La Belle de Sud, a peach tea kind of scent. I did eventually find a tub of some pipe smoke from Uncle John's. Pretty good performance. From the same makers of Chiseled Face, we have the Tiki Bar. We've got the Captain and Spice Islands. And I knew that I had more Storybook. And I did. Elysium and Shaken are wonderful. And these are some from before Storybook actually kind of started a big-time production, Spellbound Woods and Mango Pineapple. And these were part of the deal I got with the Mickey Lee. So it's wonderful, wonderful scents. Very enjoyable. All right, now we're looking at a one-off tub that just kind of had a miscellaneous throw-ins. Got a couple of from Omega, Via Barbaria, and this is Fructi, and this is Aqua, and this is the kind of box they both came in, but it's this kind of half-round hard soap thing, and it really shaves well, and it's a great value. I got it on sale at Maggard. Here's an expensive one, though. I got it used, about half full. Abate La Mantilla. Michael Friedberg has used this brand definitely and enjoys it. And this is Batero, and I'm a big fan of this one, like leather and something else. Really enjoyable. Got some classics here, like Tabac and the vintage Sella. Here's some overflow from the Sterling that wouldn't fit in my Sterling tub. Gin and Tonic, Sharp Dressed Man, Sterling Green. In the back here, we've got some of the TFS, Chong Fung Sing, that Italian maker. And these two are on loan from, from a YouTube viewer named Gape. And I recommended them because I had already tried one, the Crazy Sandalwood from Linnea and Tenso, the line that they have at TFS, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And these are triple milled soaps. And then we have a West of Olympia, came and went. I'm afraid they had some neat stuff, and this is the only one I have from them. A Polo Red clone that he had kind of done, obviously not as a full production run. I have not tried this Shaver Heaven yet, and this is Honey Ale. So that'll be a new one for me to try sometime. This little grouping here is Fine Accoutrements. As you can see, many of them are the nice ceramic soap bowls that they made. They're kind of discontinuing that. We have American Blend. This is Green Vetiver. This is that Gray Vetiver, or a Fresh Vetiver, is what it's called in Fine Accoutrements language. And then this is the Platinum, Fine Platinum. And then this is what happens if you order it in the plastic tubs. This is the Fine Aquamarine, a new scent from them. And in this tub, we also have my only Saliski soap. It was basically a sample that I squeezed into this little thing from the Dollar Tree. Midnight in Tunisia, a fairly floral scent. All right, next we have the Cade's Bubbles Tote. And it is one of the early soaps that I learned about in the luxury area, along with Barrister and Mann, because these guys were on Amazon. And I got my start shopping on Amazon before I discovered all the rest of the goodness that's out there. And La Marche du Rissage was so highly recommended on Amazon, it's one of my first ones that I bought. It is really good, but I never really shave with any of these. I've just got so many soaps. Eau de Té is significant because that was my first shave meetup that I attended, and this was the group soap buy for that one, and it's a tea scent, and it's wonderful. Celtic Knot is awesome. Tactical Support I used recently. La Terre Verte, and Midnight Dreary is one of my all-time favorite scents. Connecticut Shade is a wonderful tobacco, vanilla, and woody scent. I'm a sandalwood fan, and so this Santal Sensuel has got to be in my collection as well. And then this little guy is probably not going to stay here long. La Pimiente de la Vie, peppery kind of spicy kind of scent. And then if you like vetiver, this 322 is a cream by Cade's Bubbles. And it is a harsh vetiver mistress. Some people just, it's a little too much for. We have some Southern Witchcraft, and this is their kind of their first base. They did redo their bases, but this one still performed really well. I got a good deal on some of these guys. Arcane Abyss, Alchemist, Autumn Ash, and Necromantic are the ones that are hanging around, and it's a vegan soap base. Hey, both of these guys are vegans. The Cade's Bubbles as well as Southern Witchcraft. This, my friends, is the last tub. Now, you're looking at it about 46 minutes. I've been at it organizing, moving around, and things like that for about 2 hours. You guys asked for the den tour, and it became a part of the special challenge for the lather games. And so you asked for it and you got it. LaBelle, I'd never really heard about them. And here's Two Roads and Forest Moss. It's a good performing soap. Jeeves of Hudson Street Barbershop. Here's another Euphros. This is Lang Lang. Oh, Balanclaw is a really good soap maker in Nebraska. And this is Honey and Tobacco. Over in the European area, we have Wickham. And this is Irish Fern, and these are strong scents, I tell you that. And we also have Russian Leather, very strong. And here's this awesome vintage Franklin Toiletries barbershop mug, and it's got a puck of vetiver. Salter, Cyril R. Salter, and it's a lavender soap. It's a hard soap from Europe. It's a wonderful performer too. This is a little hacky guy I did, DIY soap. I did a video on it. And it is Stetson with Arco. You can kind of see a little bit of the DIY-ness of it. Smells great. I really enjoy the scent. I like it better as a shaving soap than I do as a aftershave. Somebody did some cool reviews on the Italian almond type crepes, and they exposed Vito's Super Crema and Vito's Extra Super Cocoa as favorites. And so I got it when I was on Connaught Shaving. I just ordered, and these are inexpensive, and they perform so well. They smell great. Love these guys. I don't think I've tried this guy yet. Oh yeah, another one from Shannon's, Forest City Fern. This is their Rust Belt Reserve line. And I did find a discontinued one, Tim's Soap Roots. I can't remember if I've used that one or not. And I've definitely used this one. I did several shaves with it. The Wilkinson Sword, the blue puck. It takes some work, but you can get a good creamy lather out of this guy. Whew, guys. Let me tell you what. Oh, hey, that blue basket back there, that is full, not full, but that has a bunch of pucks of Williams in it and Arco. I just kind of can't help but tack in some of that stuff to an order every once in a while. I figure I'll use it somehow. I don't know, DIY projects, whatever. Got a tub of brushes in the back. It's so late. I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to get into brushes today. The cardboard box under that plastic tub back there is the... I have a few backups. I have that box of backups. Ones like Diamond and some other ones that I really enjoy, or that got discontinued. I don't have a lot of backups, but I do have some. Well, whew. I've been kind of wanting to do the tour just to kind of show you guys what's up. A few people have requested it. So there we go. I'm glad to get it done. And I knew that it would also help me to kind of do a little bit of organization. And I'm happy about that too. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging in this long. I may try to put a table of contents in the video so that you could skip around to the sections of the brands that you might enjoy. obviously, this is more soap that I'm going to be able to use in a lifetime. And so I'm going to have to definitely do some selling off, some passing on to other people, some different things like that. One of the reasons I like hard soaps like Fine and the Salter, D.R. Harris. I like those hard soaps because they last just such a long time. Some of the scents will fade, and so if I wait 10 years to finish them off, then I'll just have an unscented puck. And so it's probably best to pass those on to somebody who'll use them up. So we just got so many good soaps. I've already gotten rid of the bad ones. That's the thing. I used to have, I've actually got a tub to the side of soaps that I want to sell, and it's got about 30 soaps in it. Those are ones that I used, tried out, and didn't make the cut for whatever reason. But as you can see, I've got so many good ones, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to start getting rid of some of the good soaps. Probably even some of the very good soaps, just so that I'll have a manageable amount. But we'll just see. They last a good while, so I've still got a little bit to make up my mind. Thank you so much for watching. I'm afraid that the rear facing camera on my phone is a slightly different resolution than the front one, and so I'm kind of having to use use one side only, and I don't really see what I'm recording when I have it like this. But just wanted to sign off with my face instead of just my voice and my hand there. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope it contributes to your life somehow. Maybe shows you some soap makers that you didn't know existed. I don't know. All right, well, there's my challenge for the Lather games, to throw out a den tour video, and that's the soaps. I've got tons of brushes too. That collection has grown slowly, but it's pretty sizable now, over 30. And we'll do a video on that sometime. So thanks for helping me to have the impetus to organize my soaps a little bit and to discover some. I've put some of those, I've taken them out of the totes and I put them in a pile to make sure I try them soon, or use them soon, because I miss them and I want to go back. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves, and I hope that you have a good night. And I've got plenty to sleep on, and I've still got to do my nightly shave for the Lather games. All right, now, you take care.